You've seen the sovereignty bill.
That bill is going to frustrate founders.
Yeah. Like the whole amount of money, we've eaten it. And a week down the road,
you have to write a report.
Not on a report, the employees that need to be paid. I am not the CEO. When things are not working, I'm just a young woman, a girl actually, questioning everything around me.
The hustles and bustles of being a founder. Now, imagine you're chasing a dream that keeps you awake, right? The whole night. Not because you're excited, but because you're worried. You're worried about the funding. You're worried about your team. You're worried about if whatever you're building will come to life, right? Now, and then also imagine waking up the next day after spending the whole night working on a particular proposal. And you open your email and the signature reception is always, we regret to inform you that, that is the hassles of being a founder. And what you see is another rejection, right? And unfortunately, most of these things, those are the silent battles that all founders, experience. But again, regardless of such emails, you as a founder, you still show up, you still invest in your vision, you still wake up that morning and write another proposal. So this is the reality that we are going to talk about today. And we're going to talk about the flashy and Instagram that we post, the flashy TikToks that we've posted, but the real version of the sleepless nights, the self-doubt, the sacrifices, the pressure, and then also the because you don't want to be looked as a failure, so that is the hustles and bustles of being a founder. My name is Atim Ruth, and welcome to the special episode of the Gender Tech Podcast. Today with me in the studios, I have a well-esteemed founder. One has been in the field for quite some time. I would say she has a lot of experience in the founding history of founders. You're welcome, Miss Marjorie.
Thank you so much, Ruth.
Please clock it.
Founding team of founders.
So, most cases when people hear the word founder or CEO, they imagine success, they imagine fame, they imagine money, they imagine control. But let's be honest, from founder to founder, what does being a CEO or a founder mean to you? Be real.
Well, I know when people hear founder or CEO, they see success, like you've said, freedom, control. But the truth is, it is more than that. It is responsibility, it is uncertainty, and it is sacrifice.
Wow. When you say sacrifice, I would say, founders, because founders, we don't want to associate with something that is going to fail.
Yep.
So when the money is not coming in, you end up digging into your pockets, the founder's contribution as a person. How has that been for you as a founder?
I mean, behind the scenes, the founder looks like all they do is making decisions, right? Like you're just sitting at the board and you're making these decisions. And then you're showing up even when things seem so hard. Even when you are the lowest, you have to show up because you're a founder, and it is something that people think it doesn't fully exist. As Marjorie, when things are not working, I am not the CEO. No, when things are not working, I'm just a young woman, a girl actually, questioning everything around me, questioning my decision, questioning my capacity. I do question my purpose. And sometimes being the founder is just choosing to continue even when you're not able to.
I like that statement.
Yeah.
Choosing to continue even
when you're not able to.
Because you're the vision bearer and your vision only makes sense to you.
Not really that the vision only makes sense to me. I chose to start with a team. And it is my role as the founder to make it make sense to the people that have chosen to work with me on this journey. If it does not make sense to those people that you work with, it will also not make sense for you. So you'll be just building castles in the air.
Yeah. So you need to make sure your team understands what you're fighting for.
Yes.
So it makes it easier for you as a founder to make decisions, makes it easier for you to lead them better.
So the same sacrifices that you're doing, the same capacity building that you're trying to create, please make sure you're not creating it for only as you as the founder, but also for everyone else around you. Like I said, if it does not make meaning to the people that you're working with, the people that you're leading, it might not also make meaning for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the sleepless nights.
Oh.
Being a founder and sleepless nights like working tandem.
Hey.
How has that been for you? The sacrifices, the coffees that you take, how has that been for you as a founder?
Outside there as a founder, as a CEO, I want to let you know one thing, that yes, the sleepless nights are real. The rejections are real. Confusion comes in at almost all time, where you question yourself about rejected proposals, rewriting the same idea over and over again. And you're like, okay. And sometimes it feels like you're pouring your heart into something the world has not yet decided to believe in. You'll wake up and you want to create something that only you or your mind has. But the outside world, who is going to be your client, your customer, or even your team member, has not had chance to believe that it will work.
Right.
Yeah.
When you talk about rejections, there is this incident that really breaks my heart each time I think about it. We were supposed to get a grant. It's quite some big grant, close to $200,000. We went through, we did the due diligence. When you're doing diligence as a founder, you invest in the process because you want the people coming to do the due diligence to come and find when you're well prepared.
Yes.
And that involves you investing in your personal money.
True.
We did all that. At the last minute, we were supposed to sign. We received an email that we didn't make it through the due diligence process. How do you deal with rejections as a founder, especially if you've invested immensely in your vision?
I hate to break it to you that with rejection, you must learn to sit, eat, live with it. Because, you will cry, you will reflect,
Yeah.
and then stand up, dust yourself, and adjust. Bibao.
Right.
The truth is, nothing comes easy. Regardless of how many proposals you've written, regardless of how many rejections you have had. There are times I have received an email. The first thing or the most thing that I check most is my email. And especially if I know that I wrote something, I will check my email. And guess what? Whenever you see that email pop up and it does not have the word congratulations, detect danger. So you will cry. I have cried most of the times, but you stand up and...
Do you know what I always do? Each reject email is archived. So I do archive it.
I should learn that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. So it makes you, because in a month, as being a founder, I've learned to always apply for each and every opportunity.
Yeah.
And of course, the rejects will always come. So I archive it. So when you get one success, you go and look back at all the rejects that you've experienced, and then you give yourself a tap on the back. Again, being a founder is associated with the financial pressure.
Yeah, I know.
Right now, the donor landscape has changed.
Oh.
There is no money. Work needs to be done. There are people.
You've seen the sovereignty bill. I can't even pronounce that.
No, that is a topic of another day. That bill is going to frustrate founders.
Yeah.
Because we wake up and find that we are all foreigners in our own initiatives. Like we can't even operate because the bill says otherwise.
They told us we are working under the white man. I don't know the...
Right?
Yeah, anyway, your question.
Yes, we were talking about the financial pressures. The donor landscape has changed, but work still needs to be done. The people, the beneficiaries, people benefit from your work and looking up to you to make things happen. Have you ever been in a situation where you're choosing between funding your passion and funding your personal expenses?
Yeah, I mean, financial pressure is one of the hardest parts as a founder you'll go through for you and your team. There have been moments I have chosen between my personal comfort and keeping the work alive. My team can testify. There'll be good times, of course. There'll be times when you receive money, client comes in and gives you money. Faith, I'm sorry, I'm going to kuwayo. There'll be times we'd get money and eat it.
Eating is part of the hustle.
Like the whole amount of money, we've eaten it. And a week down the road,
you have to write a report.
Not on a report. The employees that need to be paid. Kat we sit and be like, kat man, Twagenze Kampala, we ate the money, what next? So those struggles will be there. And the most times, I will always choose work. As a founder, you'll always choose the work because you know that the people that you're leading, especially for me that works with women and girls, these women and girls depend on it. The projects have to be done. The impact has to be created. So you eat it today and tomorrow you're suffering. Hey, as the founder, tomorrow there will be newspapers all writing about it. Kale bainako kusente. Kale bafunanga emitwale 10. Now they don't have. So you choose to balance between your personal comfort and the work that you live for.
Right.
Yeah.
The being a founder, it's always good to have they call it a work-life balance. Otherwise, you're going to break down.
Yeah.
If you sit on your computer and do your work 24/7 and you don't go sort of help yourself relieve the invisible weight. Yes, let's talk about the invisible weight. I know as founders, there is times where you're heavily burdened.
Yeah.
Your heart is heavy. They're carrying a lot of these invisible weights, but still you do have to show up. How has that been for you?
I mean, I'll still say this again. The weight is heavy. I mean, as a founder, you're carrying everything. You're carrying your team, you're carrying community, you're carrying your personal baggage, you're carrying the dream that has not even been believed yet by the world. And then, yes, there are days I will feel overwhelmed, but I will still act strong because when I break down, when I show, of course, I'm not saying that as a founder or as a CEO, you're not supposed to show your weakness. But if you show it in front of your subordinates, I mean, leadership does not always give you the space to fall apart publicly. Dayo murumu yo, wekweke kaba, do all the crying, come back and be like, where were we?
You don't have the privilege to be vulnerable.
Not publicly. In my own thinking, maybe there are people that have become vulnerable publicly, but for me, we'll go to my small space, in my chair, in that corner, and I will cry.
Scream your lungs out.
When I finish, clean my face, get out, and life moves on.
I know.
You will not even know that salaries, what is the date today? It's the 27th. We may not even have salaries. I mean, I have a team of 32 employees. By 27th, if I don't have the money, I don't have to show it because as a leader, I don't have to show my team that there is no salary. Because if I do publicly, if I dare open up, that is when they are also going to break.
Right.
And you don't want that.
Wow, I know.
Yeah.
Like again, that talks to the burdens that the invisible burdens that founders experience and have to deal with. Because on the surface, it looks posh. It looks the titles, the conferences, the travels, but the behind the scenes, it's cumbersome.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Founders are also humans. They have families. They have people whom they love. The people whom they are accountable to. How, as a founder, balancing family dynamics with your work, with all the titles that you're carrying, the achievements that you want to make? okikola otya?
Njagala bagamba nti no, balance is not always real for founders, mnange. There are seasons where work takes over everything. And relationships have to adjust. I am not saying that if you are in a relationship, you're a mother, you're married, you're a husband, that you should forget. But if you are into such a relationship, even your partner must know that omanyi, bwe bituuka ebiseera bwe biti, my partner is going through something and I need to support them extra more. So for us as founders, balance is not real.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a saying that you have to fake it till we make it.
If you find me outside there,
Yeah, you may think
be
you
like,
have it all together.
I don't want to wash my dirty linen in public. This is between me and the founders. They know. Yes.
So what is that one thing that you had to learn the hard way as a founder? Yeah.
I have learned to be intentional with the time. Like I keep on checking in, being present, but also to accept that this is the road that I chose. And no one is going to come from outside and understand it for me.
Right.
If I do not understand it, of course, no one is going to understand it for me. You know what I mean? Like it is me for all the visions, for all the dreams that I carry. This thing has to work. So I have to be present in time, celebrate all those simple, small achievements. Be it just your team member sending in a nice end of month report.
Wow.
Celebrate it. Yeah.
Celebrating the actually,
yes,
you've hit that right. It's very important as a founder to celebrate the small wins.
Yeah.
Because those small wins motivate you to do better. They also motivate you to keep on on the grind.
I have had many people that have visited that's our center in Impigi at Geja, and they tell me, Majo, you're doing a great work. But prior to their coming in, there's something hot that was going through. But when someone tells you such a compliment, I'll even share this other one. So last week I was working at university and campus, and someone comes up and says, Majo, I love what you do. You inspire me. In my head, I'm like, oh,
I know those moments.
I inspire someone. And that should be enough for any founder out there. Yeah.
Wow, that's really nice. It's good to know that whatever you're doing is inspiring someone out there.
Yeah.
And someone and that is why as a founder, you don't have any privilege of giving up. It might be hard, but you still have to put up a face and appear.
True.
Because you show, by you showing up, you're inspiring someone out there.
I know.
And also I believe there are people watching us right now and they would want to start out to start their own initiatives, but they're afraid. Like, what would you tell them in like keeping it real?
First of all, no one is going to come and wake you up. You chose to start this because you love it. So it is meant to be inbuilt. It is something that you wake up, that you cherish, regardless of anything else that happens. I know we've got issues of when you've just started as a young person, maybe there are family pressures, there are friend pressures. You should be able, now that you're able to pay school fees, help support your family members.
Black tax.
If it is not yet ready, do not push it.
Wow. So you're talking in terms of preparation as a person, you need to...
Mentally, psychologically, physically, emotionally, financially, and everything.
I know. So despite all these challenges, Marjorie, what makes this work that you're doing worth for you?
Founding can be something that is very lonely. And there are so many moments of burnout. I mean, someone who is outside there will also testify that moments of deep self-doubt when you ask yourself, am I really doing the right thing? Should I really be doing this? Was I meant to do this? But like I said, It is something that you've started out of love, something that you loved so deeply. I like giving this scenario of you've opened up a small shop around Nakawa, right?
Yeah.
No one is going to come on your door, come and open up this shop. You will push yourself every morning to come and open up this shop. So it should be something that pushes you. I had a story as to why I started what I'm doing. It might be different from you, Ruth, why you started doing what you're doing. But whatever it is that pushes you to start whatever you're doing should be the ideal strength that makes you wake up every day and leave bed even when it is raining.
I think that's why it's always very good to start up an initiative from something that you're passionate about, or something that speaks to you, and or something that you want people out there to know about you.
And yes, also, let's not forget about our support systems. Whether it's my team, whether it's your mentors, whether it is just community people. I have had, because I started my thing when I was pregnant, and I was in a community of old women who would always push me, wake up, go to the hospital, do this. Did you check on the baby? Did you go for antenatal? That support. I have had a team that supports me on every day, even when I feel like I cannot respond, I cannot read an email. Like, you know, when you've sent an email and you try to hide either your phone or laptop under the bed and call your colleague and be like, come, help me read. You know, that person just also showing up to read for you that response is support system. So we shouldn't neglect our support systems. They are there to help.
Because I mean, you know, like I always tell my people that I work with, that you see, it's always good to start up something, but it's always also very important to acknowledge the people who work behind the scenes. Because you as a founder, if you're to be the accountant, the social media person, the implementer, the project manager, you can't be all that. You are because they are.
I also had a challenge like along the way, but the one lesson that I've learned the hard way is that passion is not enough. You're waking up and be like, it is not enough. You need structure. You need strategy. You need sustainability. So it is structure, strategy, and sustainability on top of the passion for whatever you're going to start. And sometimes I think if I could go back and focus on one of those things that I've created, the systems, the partnerships, and the financial sustainability, it's not just the impact. So when you create good systems, they're paving way for the team that is coming up. When you create sustainability, it is going to create a long-lasting project for you.
Yeah, and that goes back to your network as a founder, because your network is your net worth.
Yes.
If you don't invest in a good network, it's definitely going to affect how you're going to grow as a founder. So as we come to a close of our discussion, so what is that one thing that people don't understand about founders that they often get wrong? We talked about people look at you wearing the blazers, you taking flights back and forth or conferences. But like, what is that thing that people get wrong?
In the funding world, I would say failure is the opposite of success. It is not failure being here and success being here. It is part of it all. Every mistake should teach you how best to should handle what is coming up forward. And despite everything, the journey is worth a try. Every journey, every single step that you choose to stand and start, every step is worth it. So do not underlook your efforts and be like, you can make it. Just start today and all is possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Any parting shots as we close?
I would say it shouldn't be all about purpose. Okay, yes, it should be about purpose, it should be about impact, and it should be about changing lives. Success is not for me just to grow in the numbers. It's not just for me to show the impact that, hey, yes, we produced 50,000 reusable sanitary pads, went to the refugee camps, gave out these pads to the people. It should also be about the number of lives I've touched, how many women have been able to start businesses derived from their passions.
Yeah.
That if I died today, I want someone to stand and give, it's called an eulogy. Oh, eulogy? eulogy.
That one.
Yes, that it is because of Majo I was able to do ABCD.
Yeah.
That has also helped ABCD to reach XYZ.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Marjorie, for speaking with me.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we have women who are passionate about change, about social change,
Sure.
and they're passionate about lifting each other. So the next time you see any founder, please give them a hug for me, because
Good stuff with a high five here.
yeah. So thank you so much. Our conversation today was about the hustles and bustles of being a founder, because being a founder is not just about building something. It's about becoming someone. It's about the resilience. It's about being patient. It's also about someone who keeps going even when the odds say you should stop. Sure. So today's conversation is a reminder that behind every startup, there is a human being navigating the emotional strain, the financial strain, the sleepless nights, the countless cups of coffee that they're taking. So the next time you see a founder, please give them a hug.
I know.
Because they are going through a lot. Do not just admire their success, but respect their journey. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. If this special episode of the Gender Tech Podcast resonated with you, please share with any other founder that you see around. Share with the people within your circle, and follow us also across the different social media platforms. Marjorie is also on across the different socials.
Yeah. Yes. You could follow us at Geja Women Foundation on Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn, or www.geja.org. Follow our work and see what change we're trying to create in the community.
Yeah.
But I'm also a podcaster, and I host the Ikarana CEO podcast, which you could follow and learn about what other young entrepreneurs or business people are doing in their communities to create a change.
Thank you so much. Don't forget to share. And if you are a founder out there, please don't be so hard on yourself. Just acknowledge how far you've come, because you've done really well. Thank you.